Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. Yeah, it is finally here and promises to be a very beautiful weekend at that. We are already sunshiny this morning, bright and sunshiny. So come on in here and spread some of your sunshine with us. And let's just have a good time together on the cuppa. So I have found it. I'm going to share it out. Sometimes it takes a minute to find it on Facebook, but I did. So let me get it shared. And hopefully you will do that as well. Okay. We are online. We are shared out. Wow, making some progress this morning. So cheers, everybody. Bring your cuppa and let's get some love flowing in here. And we do that first by going into our heart. So put your hand on your heart center. That's step number one. And slowing down your breathing is step number two. Breathe into your lungs fully, filling them up. And release slowly. And then with your next breath, you're going to do step number three, which is add in some love. Pour some love into that heart of yours. You have to love yourself first so you can love on others. Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. So continue to do that deep breathing. Breathe into the heart. Relax it back out. And share your heart with somebody. Just pull somebody into your heart. As you think about somebody and they come to mind, just envision that you can hold them in your heart. And then we do affirmations. That's our special touch. I am enough. I am worthy. I am happy. I am consistent. Been doing this for 397 days, so we're a little consistent with it. Good morning, Leo. Good morning, Kathy Hand. I am a spark of the divine. Miracles happen to me every day. I am a miracle magnet. I'm abundant. I'm happy. I'm healthy. And I love myself. Any others that you want to throw in there, just type them in. And I love seeing all the P's flow in here while we're doing some affirmations together. Jennifer, good morning to you. I'll be coming to Miami today. So, not one of my favorite places, but I get to have fun today with some friends. So, happy about that. So, what's going on in your world? What does your weekend look like? What are you doing? Just share. Leo, I am blessed. I am love in motion. Somebody listened or read the blogs. I am love in motion. Absolutely. Making up our mind to not just sit still and wait for love to flow. We're going to start flowing it, right? All right, I got to see if I can turn this ringer off. Deirdre, I am in the flow of love. I love all that today. All right, let me see how I do this. I turn the ringer all the way off, but it still makes noise. I don't understand that. So I'm just going to put it in airplane mode. And maybe it won't ding anymore. Alrighty. So tell me, what's going on? What are you doing? Anything exciting? I'm going to a movie fest with Joanne, and that should be fun. Yeah, Miami's not one of my favorite places, but as long as I don't have to drive, then I'm good. So I'll be passenger today, and I like that. Because pretty soon I'm going to be driving a lot. I'll be heading out this coming week, to first of all go see my sister again and give her a hug before I head across the country. And then I'll be in Colorado for the entire summer. Kathy's going to her daughter's best friend's baby shower. Drusilla's like a second daughter. Oh, sweet. Well, enjoy that. Have fun with it. Yeah, that's going to be really good, Kathy. New life, new beginnings, freshness. Yeah, that's going to be real good to be in that energy. Okay, well, do we want story time? Good morning, Kim McElwain. Thank you for being here this morning. How's your day going? And anything exciting happening? So we take all the exciting news as well as news of what's not going well, so we can lift you up for that. But we also like to praise together in addition to praying together. So let's do story time. And story time is, and Deirdre, I think you might like this one, Hope Still Lives in Human Hearts. Victor Hugo says, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. There are moments when the world feels heavy, when the stories around you echo with fear, uncertainty, and division. It can seem as though darkness is everywhere, pressing in from all sides. Yet pause for just a moment and ask yourself, is that the only story being told? Or is it simply the loudest? For every shadow, there is also light. For every headline that stirs worry, there are quiet acts of kindness unfolding in the background, unseen, uncelebrated, yet profoundly powerful. Like the story of the barista with autism who had $20 stolen from his tip jar, and his customers gave him $1,000. Or the group of Washington firefighters who stepped in when an Instacart driver had an accident and they delivered the groceries to the customers. Or the college kid who broke his wrist in a skateboarding accident and an Uber driver stayed with him in the ER because he had no one else who could be there with him. These are just a few real examples of real people showing compassion. But we don't hear about that, do we? If you choose to see only the darkness, the world will feel heavy, uncertain, even hopeless. But when you begin to look for the light, to seek it out intentionally, something shifts within you. Hope returns, perspectives soften, balance is restored. Life was never meant to be viewed through only one lens. There's always contrast, always both. And in that sacred balance, you are given a choice. Will you amplify the fear, or will you become a voice for the light? Perhaps now is the time to become a storyteller of hope, to share the moments of kindness, to celebrate compassion, to remind the world and yourself that the light was never left. The sun is not gone during the night. It is simply waiting for its moment to rise. and so are you. Dear angels, when the world feels so heavy and full of darkness, how do we stay anchored in the light without ignoring what is happening around us? Dear ones, you are not asked to ignore the darkness, nor to pretend that it does not exist. You are asked to see beyond it. Darkness is not a force, it is simply the absence of light. And even the smallest spark can illuminate what once felt overwhelming. When you witness hardship, let it awaken your compassion, not your fear. When you hear troubling stories, let them inspire you to become part of the solution, not a messenger of despair. You remain anchored in the light by choosing it moment by moment. Seek out kindness, create kindness, share kindness. This is how the light grows. Understand this truth. There is far more love, generosity, and compassion in your world than you are led to believe. It exists in quiet moments, in unseen gestures, in hearts that choose goodness even when no one is watching. When you align with that truth, you become a carrier of light. And as you shine, you give others permission to see differently, to feel differently, to rise. The dawn does not fight the night, it simply appears, and the darkness dissolves. Be the dawn, the angels whisper. Beloved, the light you seek is already within you. Turn your gaze from fear to love and watch the world transform before your eyes. You are not here to witness the darkness. You are here to illuminate it. So today, I promise to spread some good news into the world. How about you? Can you make that promise? Can you look at the good that someone is doing instead of the harm that maybe others are doing? Can you look at the contrast instead of it all being one way or the other? It's both ways. Good morning, Blue Jean. Good morning, Don Baker. Oh, hi, Gia. Let's all send some love to Gia, please. And Kathy Hans says, I found out that the one girl that does my nails, Amanda, has finally conceived, expecting a baby. Miracles happen. She thanks all of us who put her on our prayer list. You're so welcome. So happy to hear that. The wildlife cheers you. I am sure they do, Kim. I'm so happy that you are surrounded with lots and lots of love like that. And see if there's anybody else we had come in. Linda Lemieux, good morning to you. Joanne Castrillo, good morning. Thank you for coffee this morning. And cheers to everyone. Whatever you have in your coffee or in your cup, let's fill it up and add some love energy in there with it. And Kim says, yes, good people everywhere. Someone sending Oscar my pig the whole way from India. Aw, love that. And Deirdre, I promise to see souls and light and not messy humans. I love that too. Don Baker says, be the dawn. I'm going to be the dawn. Ah, you are the dawn. In my world, you're huge and one of my heroes, and I appreciate you, Don Baker. Oh, they sent Oscar a blanket from India. I love that, Kim. That's so beautiful. Good morning, Jim or Sean. You're finally home and happy in Vermont. Will you be seeing our blue jean? I hope. Everybody needs a little blue in their life. So if you do, take one of those hugs that I gave you and share it with her, please. All right, well, let's get on with it. Let's see what Kuan Yin has for us this morning. This coffee tastes so good. I haven't had a cup of coffee in a bit. I no longer just get up and start pouring it into my body. So I have some news. So I was able yesterday to get the Kindle version of Midnight Calls, the current one, Midnight Calls, the Year of Joy. It's now on Kindle. So I got that message this morning when I woke up that it did get approved and it is live. And anyone who wants can jump on there and on Amazon and find it and put it on your Kindle so you can have it with you all the time. All right, what does Kuan Yin have to say? Becoming friends with yourself. That's the best friend in the world, is yourself. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It is not defiance, it is natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. It truly is. I adore my friends. I hold them in very high regard as I travel through life. I can't imagine what it would be without friends and without all of you, this beautiful spiritual family that we are. Thank you for being a part of my life, a part of my journey, and the thing that gets me up in the morning and makes me get myself together enough to put one word in front of another. I appreciate it. I really do, because I'm blessed to be here with you and to see all of your beautiful faces. I love that. And Kathy says, it is a beautiful spring morning here. Blossoms from the trees are swirling in the breeze. You're a poet, Kathy, and I love that. It's already 72 degrees here, so it should be a nice hot day in Miami. Okay. Kathy says we're heading into a week of summer weather in Maryland, near 90-degree temperature. Oh, wow. Yeah, right from winter to summer, huh? Well, I want spring. I like springtime. But yeah, it's been a little warmish here in this area as well. Okay. Yogananda is now talking about prayer. As you cannot broadcast through a broken microphone, so you cannot send out prayers through a mental microphone that has been disordered by restlessness. By deep calmness, you should repair your mind microphone and increase the receptivity of your intuition. Thus, you will be able to broadcast to him effectively and to receive his answers. What a great mental picture, isn't it? That, yeah, if my microphone's not working, y'all don't hear me. As much as I talk and talk and talk, you wouldn't be able to hear a word I said. So is your mental microphone broken? Let's look at that image. Wow. And how would it even get broken? Well, it can get broken as like the angels were saying. Sometimes we just focus on the dark. We just focus on things that people are doing that's bad in our eyes. Bad is a judgment, but we judge things as good or bad. dark or light, up or down. So when we focus on the contrast that we don't want, then yeah, that can break our microphone. It can break our speakers, our receivers, our hearers, as the angels gave that word to Ruth and I one day, our seers and our hearers. So sometimes we need to repair that microphone. Sometimes we need to replace it. And replacing it looks like choosing a different way of looking at things, a different perspective. Dr. Dyer said when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change, and they do. It's not that they physically change, they change for us. Because the angels have always said everything is neutral. Our experiences that we have, the people in our lives, everything is neutral. We assign it a value. We say, oh, that was a good thing, or, ooh, that wasn't so good, right? We assign it the value. So changing our perspective looks like, well, I see you, but I don't have to come into your energy. I don't have to let my vibration come down from my higher self, my higher way of being, and match what you're doing. I'm going to stay in my high vibration. I really wish I could play that song that we used to play. No matter what's happening around us, I can choose to stay in my high vibration. And that's the way we handle it. That's the way we repair our microphones. We take a different view. Or we look at our restrictions that we put on ourselves in life. And does that still apply? What are our boundaries? What are our spiritual boundaries? So, Kathy, you and Bob found a really good coffee, Dulce de Leche by Cafe Bustelo. I've seen that, caramel and vanilla cream. I like my coffee just coffee, but I know there are times when I've liked like a French vanilla flavor. So it's good to have a variety, right? Variety is good. Good morning, Suzanne. And Kathy, you miss your Grace Isis. Yes, I have heard from our Gracie. I spoke to her, was it yesterday? Maybe it was day before yesterday. Anyway, I did speak to her over the last couple of days. We've had conversation, and she's actually helping me with Whispers of Joy so we can get that book to the publisher, and it's going to be published. Right now, I sent it to the publisher, and they're like, no. so I'm having to adjust some margins and make it where it's going to be all fitting like it should fit, and then you'll have it in your hands. You'll have sweet little Max on the cover, and The Whispers of Joy is the title of the book. And as I said earlier, the Kindle version of Midnight Calls with the Angels, The Year of Joy, is now available, and that went live last night. And Deirdre, you were thinking about Gracie? Yeah, I'm hoping that she'll come back on and be with us today. It'd be nice if she'd jump in here with us. Kathy Hand, variety is the spice of life. Yes, it is. And sometimes we get stuck in a rut with the things that we do, or the coffee flavor that we drink, or whatever that might be. And so just making a different choice will get out of that rut. And I like to do that when I'm driving too. If I'm driving the same route over and over again to get somewhere, things look the same. but I can take one road different. I can take the back road going into somewhere instead of the main street. And then it looks different. So there's that. That's a new way of just making things change in your life. Making that small change can make a big difference. So what change are you willing to make? It may not be taking a different road. It may not be getting lost on purpose. I like to do that too, as long as I'm not too lost and I'm not in a big city, because that frustrates me. But if I can go into a new town and say, oh, I'm just going to explore. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know which direction to go, but I'm just going to drive. Then eventually I come out somewhere. And if not, I call on the angels and my GPS to get me back on track. Oh, right, Kim McElwain. I do love those backcountry roads. Yeah, there's something sweet about them. And as long as you have lots of gas, then then that can be a fun thing to do, right? So how about in your daily life? Where can you make a change? Where can you get lost in your daily life and see something different or experience a different way of looking at things? Open to suggestions, right? So if you have something you do or you've tried and it worked out, that it was something fun. Don't we love fun? Laughter is the best medicine. It really is. And I've been doing a lot of laughing lately. For some reason, I've just needed that lightness, that airiness. And I have a new favorite stand-up comic. I've been listening to him a lot. So, of course, once you listen to one video, all the others start flowing into you. It's the law of attraction. What we put out there, we get. It's also the law of the algorithm. I think that's a new universal law right now. The algorithm will show you whatever you are wanting to see. Jean Modelinsky, you're telling stories on me, but yeah, it's true. I got lost. I got lost coming out of Blue Jean's driveway, and I didn't listen. I turned left instead of right because that's just how I am. I'm directionally challenged, and I'll own it. Gracie butt dialed you. I don't know if it was a butt dial. Oh, she told me about that. She did tell me she was trying, I think, to respond to one of your messages, and instead she called you. And I said, well, I'm glad you did call Blue. I don't think she gets enough phone calls. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate those words. And Deirdre, been getting lost on all the information about the moon since Artemis came home. Fascinating stuff that was hidden from us on that dark side of the moon, right? I loved seeing all of that. And I just loved that whole adventure. I felt like I was right there with them, exploring it, because the moon is one of my favorite things. I adore looking at the night sky, the moon, the stars, whatever is up there. And so, yeah, I've been kind of lost in that as well, Deirdre. And then them touching down yesterday, that was cool to watch that with the parachutes. And Kathy says, Marley gave me a new idea for craft shows. It seems the charm bars are making a comeback, so I will start with bracelets and bag charms. I'll have a full selection of both silver and gold bracelets and charms where people can pick out their own charms, and I'll make their bracelets and bag charms right there. It will be a mini charm bar from Totally Charmed by Kathy. I love the title you picked. That's really awesome. And Blue, you're telling stories on me today. So yeah, I got lost more than once. And the Fae are significant here and try to get Teri lost. but she watched me very closely. She wouldn't let any harm come to me while I was on her watch, and I appreciate that, Blue. And Blue says, today is a strong manifesting day via the moon. Please set intention one. Please set intention one, what you are manifesting. What are you manifesting? Well, maybe you'll have something to report on Monday when we do Manifesting Monday. Kathy, I know. I hear that song as well. I'm a Pink Floyd fan. I really am. I love. I think I got lost there for a minute. Let me see if it comes back. Okay, there you are. You're back. So Marlena was your little inspiration for the title and the ideas. I love that, and I hope she's doing well. Right, Deirdre, I know. It's fun to do that. It's fun to bring that memory back, the dark side of the moon, and now we have been able to get a glimpse of the dark side of the moon and what that looks like. And I so love that. I love exploration. I love research. I love finding out new things. And this is new for us. We haven't been able to see that side of the moon. So I'm really happy that we have been able to do that now. So what else? Anybody else have anything really happy, joy, or anything you're doing this weekend that might be fun? Just share it, share it, share it. Blue says, don't go into the deep forest with Teri. She will lock your dogs in the car to keep. I don't know if that was my idea or your idea, but we did. We ventured, well, I think it was accidentally, maybe on purpose, but we ventured to the edge of the forest, which Jean had already been told, don't take Teri to the forest. But we ended up there, and we had both dogs, Gruffy and Pucky, with us. And they're really big dogs. They're big labs. And we left them in the car while we got out of the car at the forest that we weren't supposed to go to. So yeah, make that make sense. And yes, there was extraterrestrial noise that we wanted to investigate until we got scared, and then we jumped back in the car with the doggies. And we got the heck out of there. So that was quite an adventure at Blue's house, and we still laugh about it. They are persuasive, for sure. All right, Charlie, the nurse just left and removed the PICC line. You're free and can't wait to get back to your old self. You sounded great when I spoke with you a few days ago, Charlie. So I'm glad to hear you're on the mend. Well, I like that word persuasive and using that instead of stubborn, which I will definitely own. Yes, I am stubborn. Okay, well, what you say? Let's do some prayer time together this morning. I've loved our prayer time together lately. It has felt so rich and so inclusive. I feel God listening with every word when we lift each other up. And I don't think our microphone is broken. So I think God hears every prayer from our heart, every prayer from our lips, every prayer from our mind. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do prayer time. So Kathy knows a secret. Luke asked your permission to propose to Marlena. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm going to be in Colorado in May. What part is she going to, Kathy? That would be so cool to be able to see her ring in person. Yes, I bet you are excited because I know how much you love him and he's already a big part of your family. Okay, so Deirdre has our daily prayer, but Blue says, hey, I told you you were staying for a month and you did not believe me. Yeah, I didn't believe you. I couldn't see me staying in Vermont for a month, but I did. And then I came back. Remember? I came back with our Auntie Jean, which I sure wish that she could go on the road with me again. That was quite the adventure being with her. All right, so Deirdre, thank you for bringing us our daily prayer. Let me see if my mouse will work so I can get it on the screen. Ooh, Kathy, I will be close to Denver. In fact, I'll be in Denver in June. I'll be doing the transplant games this year. I need all of your prayers for that, by the way. So Deirdre asks us to pray for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, for our children, support for all families living with addiction, our troops, all of the nations and all of their leaders, for me and my family, and any traveling peace. Thank you, Deirdre. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. The Fae did that. I didn't do that. They said that Blue should be shown being her sassy self. Yes, I sure wish our Aunt Jean twin could be with us. We miss her tremendously. Yes, Kathy, let me know because I'll be in Boulder, which is it's less than an hour outside of Denver. So perhaps they would like to come explore Boulder for a day because it is beautiful. I'll be there house sitting and pet sitting for quite a few places while I'm there. I'll be there the whole summer. All right, any other prayers that you have for you, yourself, for your family, your friends, your loved ones, for your animals? And let's remember all the animals of the world, all of those that are out in the elements and those that are in homes, praying for safety for all. And I just have a burden lately for the animals that end up in shelters for whatever reason. Maybe their owner couldn't handle them anymore, or a lot of times if the human passes away, there's not someone to take the animal, so they might end up in shelters. But praying for all of those animals who are displaced, who can't feel the love that a human can give them. Oh, they're going to Garden of the Gods, one of my favorite places, Kathy. I love it there. And Joanne asked prayers for Anna Castrillo. She was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. We certainly will. And happy to do some healing for her, Joanne, if she would like that. Oh, they're going to Red Rock as well. I've never been to Red Rock, but I do want to go. All right, so any other prayers, go ahead and type them in. For our Brandy, thank you for that, Deirdre. And Brandy always asks that we remember anyone touched by suicide or by dementia of any type. And there's a lot of that going on right now. Um, there's a lot of RPs undergoing their physical repairs, as Gracie calls it, either surgeries. Sally's got some surgery coming up in just a few days. So let's remember our Sally De La Rosa, along with Tony. Um, let's remember our Blue Jean with her eyesight, and Deirdre with your eyesight, and our Kathy Caputo, who's undergone a lot lately physically, and our Charlie, recovering from his surgery and what he just went through. Kim McElwain, we lift you up and your animals every day. We have Darlene, who's not with us, so lifting her up. I think she is somewhere on the coast right now. I believe she was the one that was passing by you, Blue, on her way to where she was going in Maine, I believe. So travel prayers. Anybody else that you can think of? Oh, all creatures, great and small. Absolutely. Let's remember our creatures out in the oceans as well. This is a big time for them. It's mating season. So there's a lot of babies being born out there in the ocean. The Fae are very active today. And yes, for shelter animals. Thank you, Blue. You've had 3 or 4 precious animals whose people passed, like Lulu Bell. I love little Lulu Bell. She is a sweetheart. And Kathy says, I have a lot of prayers of gratitude. I'm grateful for this group, for all the prayers that have been answered. Aw, absolutely, Kathy. I think we've all seen miracles since we have been gathering together as a group. All right, well, let's go into our hearts then. And just breathe. Breathe in the gratitude. One of my favorite songs right now is called Gratitude by Brandon Lake. Such a beautiful song, beautiful singer. And there's a verse in that song that says, I've nothing more fit for a king, only a heart full of gratitude. Let's come to God today with that. God, we bring you our gratitude. We bring you our love. We bring you what's on our heart every day. But we want to first acknowledge you and the miracles you bring to us, the love you share with us. Help us, God, to see life with all of the contrast, not just the dark, not just looking at something like the bright side of the moon or the dark side of the moon, but seeing it all together, just like we are here on our Earth planet, seeing everything together. And let's hold up those good stories, those happy stories, people showing compassion, showing love. We pray for more of that in our awareness. We pray for the ability to share that out wider and farther so that it can be seen that, yes, there is good in this world. There are those with big hearts who just want to help others and want to lift others. Help us all to be lifters of love today, to lift up and shine our light on what is going right instead of what's going wrong. And God, for those nations that are fighting against each other, the ones where there's destruction, where there's loss of life, we lift up the leaders. We lift up the ones who are making decisions in every moment, whether it's on a global level or a local level. We lift up those who are making laws or changing laws. And we ask that whatever is done be done for the greatest and highest good of all. Lord, I just want to lift up those who are going through changes, who are going through something physical in their life that needs repair. and then the recuperation afterward. I lift up those who are going through emotions, those who are going through the mental journey of what to believe, who to believe, what is truth. Help us all, God, to turn to you for those answers, to be shown the breadcrumbs by the angels to guide us to what we need to know. Thank you for this planet that we're on. Thank you for that recent view of this planet from space, seeing the beauty of it, our big blue marble that we are all inhabiting, that we're sitting on or standing on. Help us to ground into this earth energy and know the beauty of it as we do so. God, I pray for this family that's gathered together. May we all find peace in our heart, peace in our home, peace in our world, as well as the animals that are on the outside fending for themselves, or those who are inside with the human. Help us to enjoy every moment with each other and every moment with these beautiful angels in fur that enter into our lives. We thank you, God, for hearing all of our prayers. We thank you to the divine for always surrounding us, holding us. Thank you, Divine Mother. Thank you, Christ. And thank you to the Holy Spirit in each of us, that the light that's in me is the same as the light that's in you, and we see each other through our lights. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and Namaste. Okay, so let's get on with our day. We have a weekend to enjoy, and we're going to right now enjoy our song, our Up, Up, Up song by our Leo. So let me pull that up. Okay, that didn't take long to find. Things are working with ease and grace today. I love that. So share your love with a thank you. Well, let's go into our hearts. And on your heart center. And slow down your breathing.
Higher, yeah. Beyond the clouds, past the sun, that's where we're headed. By the power of the Spirit, guided by purpose, raising consciousness. Up, 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 we go down, raise the vibe, high and high, as we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, 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 we go down, raise the vibe, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, 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 we go, and love lead the way. Up, 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 we go, no time to hesitate. Up, 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 we go, man, it feels so good. Up, 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 we go.
Let's breathe in love. And breathe that love out into the world.
There was a time when I didn't know what to
adventure. Up, up, up we go. Lovely way. Up, up, up we go. No time to hesitate. Up, up, up we go. And it feels so good. Up, up, up we go. We're going higher, higher, yeah. We're going higher, higher, yeah. We're going higher, higher, yeah.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Up, up, up we go. Raise the vibe higher and higher to the sky. Don't waste to fly. Up, up, up we go. And it feels so up, up, up we go. Going higher, higher we go. Going higher, higher we go. Going higher, higher we go.
We're going higher and higher and higher, yeah.
Going higher, higher, yeah.
Up, up, up. That's where we're headed. Thank you all for being here today, shining a light on each other and spending a few moments of your weekend together with us. I appreciate you so much. Remember that tomorrow is the Sunday afternoon cuppa. So come jump in and join with us for an enlightening day together. And usually there's something special during that time. Either some cards come out or angel messages or whatever happens. It's always spontaneous. So come join with us then. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Make it a happy day. Make a memory. And come back tomorrow and tell us about it. Love you all. Aloha and mahalo for being here.